So this is my 33 long with a bunch of rainbows in it. Here's my pretty betta that I got from Lisa at KG Tropicals. Keepfishkeeping.com. He's a big boy. And he hides a lot, but Cyclops has been all in the water, so he's been ooting a boot this morning. Also, it helped that I scraped the glass clean. Now everybody in here doesn't look brown. That's my cat Sherlock. He gets jealous of the fish. Alright, so the blue Kamakas, I believe, they're all from Tiffany White. The Madagascars I got from Dan's Fish several years ago. This is probably the oldest fish in my fish room now, is this albino Cory. I just passed my 4-year fish keeping anniversary, so he's probably 3.5 years old. He or she has survived all of the mistakes I made, so while it doesn't seem like not quite 4 years is old for some fish, I think when you're starting fish keeping, that it's like dog years while you're screwing everything up. These guys here are from Dan's Fish. I have absolutely forgotten what they are. I got them because they get red lips. And they do in the mornings when they're doing their spawning dance, their lips will be really bright red, which is kind of cute. And if I ever figure out what they are again, I'll try to get some more because I really like them. I've got maybe 3 left. Yeah, bless the rainbow's heart. They're part of the rainbow mistakes I made too. So I always feel horrible, but I can look in a tank and go, yeah, these survived the mistakes I made. And at 4 years in, I still feel like I don't have a clue half the time. If you saw the text I sent to Alex at The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium, you would know that I don't think I have a clue half the time. But anyway, you can see I need to shake out all the plants again because they've all got the little bit of that brown diatom algae on here. Although I don't know how much of it's diatom algae and how much of it's the fact that there's a whole lot of corydoras in here. And the cories keep the mulm on the bottom shaken up. And you wouldn't think there's a lot because you can't see them in the front. There's probably a dozen or more in here, which doesn't really seem like a lot, but it's a 33 long. And there's a pair of Apistogramma, the Incas. I can see one of them, you're not going to be able to see them in this mold. But back in the corner is one of them. I always try to find them because they're a new edition. But I figured they'd be okay in a 33 long. Because my pretty betta, he pretty stays at one end. And then he doesn't seem to be bothering the Apistos. He's so pretty. You know, I've never named him. Let's see. Maybe Teddy. What do you think, Teddy? I don't know. I don't think Teddy's creative enough. I just call him Red. That's so horrible. And he's beautiful. Yes, I am still filming him because I think he's so pretty. I don't always see him. I went days and I went like a week and I didn't see him and I was worried. But he's fat and chunky, so he's clearly eating. What I found with the bettas is that if they're in with other fish, they'll eat what they don't know is food. So he'll chomp down on flakes. He really likes that I put a bunch of Cyclops in there and he's like going around finding little bits and particles. And the filtration in here is 2 sponge filters. Used to be this big old sponge filter in here and I had a power head on it. But you know what happens if you drain the water about 50%? And I let the power head run because I thought, well, it's sucking water up through the sponge and spitting it out. It'll be fine. No. It did it for a while. And then I heard it grinding its gears and I came after it and sure enough I had burned out the motor. So yeah, don't do that. Just unplug it. Trying to see if there's anything else interesting in there. So right now it doesn't have a power head. I'll have to order another one from Cory, but I kind of like to have it because it puts the airflow around to the end other end of the tank. I may have to just move that sponge filter because it was kind of in the middle, and then I realized there's not enough filtration for all these guys, so I added the other one on the end. So we might have to have another one. Oh, hey, there's one of mine. There's my baby. Ooh, she's all striped out. Maybe she likes her boy. I'd love it if the Epistos tried to breed in here. There might be enough cover in here for them to be able to successfully breed. Let's see. Hang on, straight all the way out. This is it. That's the whole man jamma. There might be enough foot space that they can find a hidey hole and be able to successfully breed their babies, and then maybe some would survive. I'm not gonna pull them out. I just don't have a place. I don't have a place to put them right now. I've just drained a bunch of 10 gallons that are going into the garage. Anyway, I've talked 5 minutes about not much of nothing. It's interesting. I ramble on these because I'm a rambler, but it solidifies in my mind what I'm thinking about doing too. Look how pretty those are. Oops, wrong direction. Look how beautiful blue. I like blue fish. And my Madagascars have gotten really big. Well, they're not thick, but they get longer. Cool. And the one with the red tail, I have no idea. Pretty though. You know, what happened is I got a bunch of rainbows and made a massive mistake in the tank, and I lost the majority of them. Or lost probably half, and Bob of Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics has the other half. And then I just had a few left over. I kept the Madagascars because they're small. Although this one, even with a tank full of Cyclops, still looks like he's thin, while the other ones have bulked up. So I don't know if he's just got something going on, or she. But they're really pretty with the red on the fins. It's a subtle pretty. Yeah, this is my 33 long. Like, here's some more. Got one of these cories out. They're not skunk cories, but I'm not sure what they are. I need to research it, but I've had them probably at least a couple of years. Ooh. Here's my boy. Hang on. Yeah, you see the brown on the glass? It used to be all over. There's my boy. There he is. He's pretty. Yes, you're a pretty boy. Are your fins clapped up, or is it just the way you're swimming? Ooh, see how blue and pretty he is on the side? I don't know. I'll have to watch him and make sure there's nothing going on. Oops. But anyway, so I've seen the male and the female. And the female's striped to the gods here. And the Incas are so pretty. The light hits them just right, and you see the oranges on the tail and the blues. I don't know if he's, because he's got his fins tighter around his body. I don't know if it's just because he's digging out food, or I'll have to watch him. I don't want anything happen to him, because I've had them before and failed. I have one of the pair that I failed on before. Now I have 2 pair in 2 different tanks. Hedging my bets, because I really like to breed the Incas. I think they're really pretty. Okay, I have definitely rambled off for no good reason for an extended period of time. So I will leave you with the prettier end of my 33 long. But if you look at this end, you'll see why everything is covered in mulm. The cories are going nuts. It's just making a mess. Yeah, I said I was going to stop, and I kept going. But it's you have to sit here for a while and watch, and then the cories just keep coming out, coming out, coming out, coming out. There's at least 6 of the skunk-looking ones or more. 1, 2, 3. And this is the only albino I have left. Like I said, I know that. And then I have some of these guys, which are the orange Venezuelas, I believe. And I had several of those. I can't always count the cories because they're all over the place. You know, and I can just sit here and just go, oh, there's a tail wiggling, there's a tail wiggling, there's a tail wiggling. So there's a lot of cories in here. I've only successfully had Corey's breed once, and it was by accident. I didn't try. It'd be nice if they bred, but they'd get eaten up in here. I've hoped for the Epistos simply because there's a poop ton of hidey holes and they guard their babies, so I think they might be successful if they found a good cave that they can guard a corner of. We'll see. If not, I'm going to let them grow out a little bit longer in here and get stronger, and then I decide to clean up this tank, I'll try to catch them. No, I'll never catch them again. All right, I'm just staring at my tank now. Yeah, that old Ember Tetra is pretty old. By Emperor, maybe? No, that's the wrong one. Oh, Lord. Yeah, there's that one. The little dude, the purple one right there. He's pretty. He started swimming like an old fish, so. Oh, there's my girl. Is she pretty? She's all dark. She might be going, come see me, baby doll. I got your number. They did get a water change day before yesterday, so. You finding more little pieces of food, boo? When your fish is too lazy, he just sits on the rock and leans over and goes, there's a little dot of food. He also could be finding rainbow eggs because you know they spawn all the time. That may be why he's so fat. He's a big boy. I don't know what I should name him. All right, I'm gonna shut up. I said that 2 minutes ago and I was lying, but I am gonna shut up now. All right, y'all. Have a good, what is today? Tuesday. Have a happy Tuesday.